Analyzing the strength of Yamcha. Yamcha is the most trolled Dragon Ball character. He has become an iconic troll legend. All over the social medias there are numerous trolls and memes about how weak Yamcha is. It's true that Yamcha is one of the weakest Z fighters. However, all these trollings have reached a level where he is portrayed as way weaker than he is. Though it started with trolls and sarcastic comments, now a time has come when many people believe Yamcha is good for nothing. He is now deemed to be weaker than he originally is. He is often compared with characters from other anime. Statements like the only character Naruto can defeat from Dragon Ball is Yamcha are often made. As we all know, Dragon Ball characters are intensely powerful. They are so powerful that we often forget the amazing things they can do. Yamcha looks weak among all those godly characters that can actually destroy the entire universe. But if you analyze the strength of Yamcha alone, he is amazingly strong and has some super cool techniques, and is stronger than most of the anime character he is usually compared with. Even if you look at the powers of comparatively weaker characters, they are no less than mega superheroes. In the first Dragon Ball World Martial Arts Tournament, in the final match between Jackie Chan and Kid Goku, Roshi uses the Kamehameha wave to destroy the moon. In Dragon Ball Z, Piccolo destroys the moon while training Gohan. If Dragon Ball version of Master Roshi could destroy planets, even Yamcha can do the same. And don't forget the fact that Yamcha is the second of Roshi's student to learn Kamehameha, which also proves how much of a quick learner he is. He always had the... Yes, Yamcha got killed by a Cyberman. But later on during Frieza saga we see his awesome development of power. While Vegeta, Gohan and Krillin had a hard time fighting the Ginyu force and had to give everything they had, Yamcha, after training at King Kai's place, got so strong that he effortlessly took out Recum on the otherworld. It goes without mentioning that at that stage Yamcha's speed was lightning fast. Back during Dragon Ball the final martial arts tournament, the fighters were so fast that they could actually virtually disappear using their speed. Then when Goku came back after his training at King Kai's, his speed got multiplied and entered a level which was beyond imagination back then. Then on planet Namek, we meet with the Ginyu force, and the force was even faster. So fast that they could use multiple moves without Saiyan opponents noticing anything. And as mentioned earlier, Yamcha outplayed Ginyu force along with other Z fighters. This shall give you a clear idea about Yamcha's strength and the fact that he surpassed Frieza Saga's Vegeta and also Gohan. This proves that he gained a lot of strength and speed. Later on, Yamcha gave up fighting and training and lost motivation as well, because both his allies and rivals were getting stronger and stronger. With all the Super Saiyan actions, he felt his contribution wasn't required anymore. Besides, Yamcha was an enthusiastic guy who also started his martial arts career with big dreams and hopes, but he never got to win the martial arts tournament, got constantly defeated by his rivals, which is quite disappointing, and for that he stopped his training and never reached his full potential. Tien, on the other hand, kept training and is still able to make mentionable contributions. Yamcha's emotional decisions are a major factor for him not developing. He mastered Kamehameha even before Krillin when he was dedicated. But now even Krillin is marginally stronger and useful than Yamcha. We see Yamcha got frustrated seeing Vegeta training at 300 times the Earth's gravity, so he also wanted to do the same because he felt whatever Vegeta could do, he could do it too, which goes without saying was absolutely idiotic, resulting in Yamcha fainting down and he barely was able to stop the system. This became another incident of trolling, but most people didn't see the glimpse of Yamcha's potential. We see Goku gave gravity training in his spaceship while heading towards planet Namek. He mentions that at King Kai's place the gravity is already 10 times the Earth's gravity, so he should start up with higher and sets the gravity to 20g and faces difficulty. He then gradually increases it to 50g and ends with the maximum of 100g. Time Chamber's gravity is only 10 times that of Earth's gravity. Even there, Gohan faces slight difficulty. Also, Trunks had difficulty with gravity. So even if the mighty Saiyans felt uncomfortable with the gravity and had to increase it slowly, isn't it a miracle for a mere human to be able to tolerate 300 times the Earth's gravity? Yamcha was actually able to stand for a few seconds before falling down and managed to turn off the system. If Yamcha didn't let emotion rule him and started with 50g, then slowly increased it, then after duration even Yamcha could have tolerated 300g. I think this shows that Yamcha always had the potential, but due to his lack of motivation and emotional decision he lags behind. Also, Akira Toriyama always shows that the characters get stronger by training, so he might be trying to make an example that even if you have potential but don't train wisely, you will fail. Do we see more development of Yamcha's feat of strength? Yes, we do. Yamcha usually defeats Olibu and Gorilla without them being able to touch him at all. We know Olibu was shown to be the second strongest fighter on the otherworld after Picollo, and Picollo had a tough match with him on the tournament, where Olibu was shown as a legit fighter. The reason behind Yamcha being able to defeat him might be that he trained in the meanwhile, and also as he mentioned that there he got the motivation back to fighting after going to that world. Krillin also mentions how it was hard to get Yamcha to even train back in art, and now he's kicking ass like a star. Having all that said, we all know that Yamcha is a weak character, but he is still an important character who has added a lot of value to the Dragon Ball series since the very beginning, and I believe everyone do realize the necessities of weak character to highlight the superiors. Besides, most of the people who can't bear Yamcha at all are basically kids who started watching the series from Dragon Ball Z, maybe checked out few episodes of Dragon Ball. For the majority of us who had been watching Dragon Ball from the very beginning, we know how cool of a character Yamcha was at the beginning. His first appearance was awesome. He actually Wolf-Fang fisted Goku, sending him through 3 pillars, and back then he looked really badass. And was actually the first legit fighter Goku got. Yamcha saved Bulma and others from few incidents, and also was the first to figure out that cutting Goku still could stop his ape form. Moreover, his fighting style was also cool. Even later on, his Kai attacks like Speedball was fun to watch. I don't know about others, but the way he controls Speedball looks great to me. So I think Yamcha deserves respect as an iconic Dragon Ball character. In the last Dragon Ball Resurrection F, we saw Master Roshi coming to the battlefield while Yamcha didn't even appear. So I just hope Dragon Ball Super Series or in some other movie Yamcha will get some good roles.